Morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Thursday, the 21st of August. Not a great deal happening here. Let's just have a quick look at the news events for today. We've got the PMI data out today, so we could see some volatility in these markets this morning, particularly with the euro. We've got the French figures at 8:15, 8:30. We've got the German data 9 o'clock, with a lesser, doesn't really impact the market too much at all there at 9 o'clock. It's those first two numbers which I expect the most movement from. And then 9:30 we got the UK data, and then at 2:45, even that's 3:45, 2:45 we got the US data. All the same PMI data today. So all those numbers coming out, they do have a bit of an impact, and not major impact. I would probably have them all a bit orange rather than red, but at this current stage of things, inflation's much more of a higher figure. Anyway, 7 out of 10, probably 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, somewhere in that region in terms of their strength. Right, let's have a look at this, the currencies then, technically. This morning we got the euro on its sort of looking like it's on its way further southbound potentially. Really don't like what's going on here. Obviously we'd previously put that lower high in, and it's looking now, yesterday it did eventually get up to the pivot, but it was quite ugly running through it, and to me I wasn't interested in it. Well, mainly wasn't interested in it because the pound was better. Anyway, so today it's unfortunately, it's been nice if it just consolidated along for another hour or so, and then just broke like it has just now. But it's pretty much wiped out the potential this morning. So no good for me there. The pound, I've been enjoying this from time to time, and yesterday was no exception. It's intraday wise, I've been trading this, and it did come off nicely yesterday. You see the lower highs coming through. It's just continued to soften for now. There we go. And yesterday, about midday there, it fired off again to the downside. It's just a bit simpler. Fired off quite nicely there. Intraday wise, still looking at this, it's I've got a regression channel on here. I should really take it off, but I quite like them at times. They sort of give me an idea of where I'd rather be shorting from up towards the center point of it anyway. Just when it's coming back to its mean and rolling over is quite nice, but it's not necessarily a strategy on its own like that. But my preference, of course, is a pullback into the pivot here. At the moment, no, it's just weakening. I want to get short on it, but it's just a bit of patience, and I will wait. It's not turning around as it was yesterday. It was we've seen it run through. We had the news come out there that failed initially, came back up there. Next bar it closed and it started failing. This just was making me think, well, this at some stage is probably a better one to look out for. At the moment, this is looking quite soft. Excuse me, sorry, I had to sneeze. Quite soft. I'm just going to, as I say, a bit of patience, but I'd like to. I won't just jump on this. The temptation is to jump on it, and you know what happens. It turns around, runs up to the pivot or something. So post 8 o'clock, just need to watch this, but certainly want to be on the short side of it. US dollar yen. Again, just not going anywhere for me. It's not tradable. I'm not looking at it in that respect. It might come tradable on the short time frames at some point, but we've got better moves with these trending currencies such as the Aussie here. Still spent most of its week already down through its S2. It sort of reduces the potential on it now. It might be slowing up here. Don't really. Again, move off the pivot later. If it pulls back in there, we'll have a look at it. But I'd rather be trading the pound or the euro. Most likely the pound at the moment. Good morning, Ray. Looking at the US dollar CAD. CAD's been softening here. I haven't been in it. I've been in the Euro CAD. all this time, which I've come out of this morning. Just at the cost of the swaps. I was just complaining because I was being charged something like $9 a contract on it per day or night. US dollar CAD. Yeah, not really. I mean, it's got more upside potential, but it's this green line is my personal support resistance line. It's affected it so many times before. I should just give it a miss for now, but watch the reaction to this. If it runs through it, well, we're back on for the quarterly pivot. Yearly pivot that's sitting above there. But at the moment, patience on that. Nothing exciting. I say exciting. What's exciting in these markets these days? Well, the Nasdaq was yesterday. So we've got the New Zealand dollar pretty much the same as the Aussie there, a bit overextended for today. Dollar Swissy not going, a bit similar to the yen in terms of just pretty sideward action. I don't have a lot else there. It's just a case of waiting for the likes of the pound. It's got potential if it does pull back up there, or maybe consolidates a bit, then continues. I may take a go with on the pound. Euro CAD, I've been long on this. I'm out of it at the moment. I've come out this morning. Reason being is last week it made the high here. We saw yesterday it run into that high. It's reacted this morning. I'm just watching it, and to me, if I was looking at this, it's a weak signal. It was a sign for potential for some people to be shorting it. It's not quite a short signal as such at the moment, but it's just looking really weak. And I was sitting there around about break even on it. I literally had the swap costs. That's all it's cost me to get out of it, and it was shooting down. By now I'd be underwater here, so out of this and on the sidelines. It might reset at some stage, but I really don't like it with lower highs coming through on this movement. It's consolidated away from the highs here. Yep, it might have opportunities later, but it's not for me at the moment. Euro's looking too soft against the dollar. I don't have anything else on the Forex pairs at the moment. I've got to shift through the rest of them. Looking at the other markets then, gold was looking soft yesterday morning, and it never triggered, fortunately, because it then rallied. There we go. It's looking soft around this area here. It's really waiting for the potential breakdown. I don't like trading it too early in the mornings, fortunately. Certainly didn't take it. That 9 o'clock sort of area looks quite good for the short side. Just didn't trigger then. Afternoon just went up and off it went. We saw the rally on it. So it was looking nice yesterday, not looking so nice today. It's taken out this high over here. It's a bit more messy. It's sort of bull flaggy, horrible. Right, moving on. There's better things to trade. Oil's up $0.50, 0.5% even. So oil's flattened out where it is at the moment. To me, it's probably a logical place for it to be sitting in somewhere around this area anyway. So, nothing I'm interested in there at this stage, and it's been difficult to try and catch trades on it. It's very ugly, going ugly in the mornings here. It's too ugly for me, so leave it alone at this stage. So the equity markets, S&Ps. We looked at this in the room in the morning. I didn't trade I traded the Nasdaq, same price action on it. I'll show you. There we go. Same price action. I just took it down to its S2, and that was it. It did go further, but it's bounced since, so I'm okay with that. I was just explaining in the room. I barely got a chance. Well, I didn't put the stop on. I didn't put a stop on it because it just moved, and it just went there. But it went so quickly. Sometimes you just, when it's so fast coming down there, you think, well, I'll hold on a little bit. I'd have been underwater now if I just held on to it. Well, so it did the job for me. But this is the way the market's going at the moment. You've got to be a bit careful with these today. Let's just have a look back then. S&Ps, it doesn't matter, the same pattern really, but I'll look at this as the leader of the pack really, although the Nasdaq could be leading the pack. Or is it the Dow? Depends who you talk to. So the S&Ps then. Yes, that movement yesterday afternoon, just pulling back there a little bit. It's sort of a bit of a reaction. Previously, we had the reaction off the 200 here. It's air kissed it this time. There was lots of other factors coming into play yesterday here. Very similar price action to the Nasdaq, as I'm saying. Again here, perhaps if we start seeing, and again, I prefer afternoon sort of sessions. I'll wait, and if I can get a breakdown of these lows here, I'll give it another go back down towards the S1 again. So that's what I'm looking at there. I'm not looking to get into it early this morning. And in terms of this morning's opportunities, let's have a look at the FTSE and the Nasdaq. FTSE, well, all-time highs yesterday. See, the money's gone from the S&Ps into the FTSE now completely. Did suggest that yesterday. Look at it. 11 o'clock it started shifting across there. This one's setting up to fail at one stage, but I'm not looking to short this as it's doing what it's doing. Can't fight the big money. Just absolutely flew along there yesterday. It's a not for me situation here at the moment. I'll leave that alone. The market I've been finding the sort of, well, last week I was finding the best is the DAX. Looking choppy and pretty ugly actually on the 4 hourlies here. Last week it just moved a lot cleaner in the earlier stage, but it is looking softer, and well, we'll see what happens post 8 o'clock here. I generally give it a few minutes. Here we go, is the 8 o'clock. I'll give it a few minutes like I give most markets and see if it's going to continue, and see if I can get a bit on a ride for it. But like everything else, we could see it just rally this morning a little bit more. So I shall tread carefully and wait on this. It's a bit too consolidated, almost like a triangular pattern that's sitting there with the lower high and the higher low sort of there. Right, okay, that's pretty much it for me this morning on these markets. Bit of patience needed. Really just looking at the, whoops, I've just put pound New Zealand, the pound dollar. Looking to see if this shapes up for me this morning. Really would like to see it. You see on the keeps going back to the pound New Zealand. Can I? Oops! Now I've gone to the euro. Right, can I have the pound, please? There we go. So there's the pound. Maybe it's just going to go. It does this occasionally, but for every time it does go, it doesn't go. Now it's messing me around here. It's like someone's watching over my shoulder and pressing the button back after I've just hit it. Will you stay there now, please? Anyway, really waiting for it to come back to. I'm just going to sell on a retrace. Any retrace, I say any retrace, but a retrace. Decent retrace would be half decent there. Okay, it's going to mess me around now. These markets whilst I'm recording. It's just, there we go. It's playing. I'm not even touching it. My mouse is staying still and it's switching between the two. It does this occasionally. My computer probably needs a reboot. Anyway, on that note, I will leave you there. Have a great day's trading, and I'll catch you. Oh, look, it's still moving. I haven't even moved the cursor. Right, have a good day. Bye for now.